By the end of this video, you'll know how much buyers really need to offer, which price ranges are the most competitive, and how pricing impacts sales. Also, if you stay to the end, I have a little gift to share with all of you sellers out there. I think you'll find it quite helpful. Here we go. Hey everyone, I'm Heather Taylor, founder of Tailored Realty Group, where we create real estate experiences tailored to who? That's right, tailored to you. If you watched last month's market update, I gave you the reasons I do not believe the market is crashing. And good news, this month's data aligns with that sentiment. Let's start with the big picture as we always do. And on the screen, you'll see the median prices across various towns and types of homes. And you'll see the green highlighted row. That is the resale single family homes, which are the types of homes most of my clients are interested in. Okay, now let's take a look at the indicators that really shape your real estate game plan. And those are months of supply, the number of listings with price reductions, and you're gonna wanna stay tuned. I have some really interesting stats about houses that have to reduce their price. We're going to look at how homes are selling in relation to their original list price. And finally, we will look at the days on market. Remember, when you're looking at this spreadsheet, the red arrows, whether they're pointing up or down, mean the market is cooling off or trending more towards a buyer's market, while the green arrows, whether they're pointed up or down, mean the market is heating up or trending more towards a seller's market. You'll notice this month's chart has significantly more green arrows than red, which is a relief after last month's report, which was almost all red. It also confirms my belief that we are experiencing a slight market correction, but not a market crash. Now, if we take a look at months of supply, remember, months of supply is a measure of inventory and how quickly that inventory is being taken off the market. Anything between 4 to 6 months of supply is considered a balanced market. Under 4 months is a seller's market. Over 6 months is a buyer's market. And as you can see across all the towns, we're really still seeing a seller's market, with the exception of Morrisville, which I would say is becoming more of a balanced market. If we take a look at median days on market, we are seeing a trend down compared to last month, which is definitely encouraging. And then across all 5 towns, we're seeing price reductions on 40 to 46% of listings. And we're seeing homes selling around 96 to 97% of their original list price. But even with the large number, almost half of homes having price reductions, we're still seeing somewhere between 13 and 28% of homes selling over list price. Homes selling over list price typically happens when you receive multiple offers. So we've got a large number of homes having to experience price reductions in order to sell. And then we have homes also receiving multiple offers and going above list price. So what is actually going on here? This is why when you talk to an agent and you ask her or him, how's the market? Typically, they're going to say, it depends, because it really, really depends. So let's dig a little bit further into the numbers to give you some clarity on the discrepancy between homes that have to reduce their price and homes that sell over their asking price. Take a look at the chart on the screen, and you'll see that the majority of homes that sold over list price were in the $500,000 to $750,000 price range. So obviously that's a popular spot. If you're selling a home in that price range and you prepare it properly, you have a better chance of receiving multiple offers than homes in other price ranges. Now, the next logical question for anyone looking to purchase a home in that price range and facing multiple offers is, just how far over asking price do I need to offer in order to win the contract, in order to beat out all of those other multiple offers? That is a great question, and I dug into those stats a little bit this month. Take a look at this chart on the screen, and you'll see that the median amount over list price is just 1.77%. So putting that into context, on a $500,000 home, if you want to win in a multiple offer situation, you're going to have to offer somewhere around $8,000 to $9,000 over asking price. Now, that is hugely different from what we were seeing in the pandemic, when homes even in the $500,000 price range were selling at $50,000 or $100,000 over their list price. So this is great news for buyers. Now, for my sellers out there, here are a couple super important stats that you're going to want to pay attention to. First, homes that have to have a price reduction have a median days on market of 64 days, while homes that never have to experience a price reduction have a median days on market of just, can you guess? 7 days. 7 days versus 64 days. That means that if your home is priced correctly from the start, you're likely to sell your home 9 times faster than if it's not priced correctly. And secondly, it's probably no surprise to you, when sellers have to reduce their price, they start to become like chum in the water for sharks, right? People are going to come and they're going to try to negotiate much harder with you. We're looking at a list price to sales price ratio for homes that did have to have a price reduction at about 93%. So if you had a price reduction, your home's going to sell at about 93% of your original list price, versus if you never had to have a price reduction, you're going to sell at about 99.8% of your original list price. So clearly, sellers, you get a lot more leverage when you price your house properly from the start. So based on all this data, let me give you 3 tips for buyers and 3 tips for sellers in the current market. Starting off with my buyer friends. Number 1, if you want more negotiating leverage, look for houses with price reductions. They typically sit on the market longer and they become more and more flexible with their price over time. Number 2, understand your local market. Lean on your real estate agent for hyper-local market data so that you can make smart offers that turn into contracts. And number 3, when you are facing multiple offers, be prepared to make offers over asking price, but you shouldn't have to go too far over. And remember, there are other ways to sweeten your offer without raising your price, such as high due diligence fees or negotiating on other terms. Now, if you want to go deeper into that discussion, book a free consultation on my website and I'd be happy to talk through it with you. Okay, now some advice for my seller friends. Number 1, price your home correctly. Don't test the market. We are not in a market where that is a good idea. Often sellers will say, let's just try it at this price. But I think the data that I've shown you proves it is not a good strategy in this market. Houses with price reductions have higher days on market, lower list to sales price ratios. So price it right from the start. Number 2, prepare your home properly. I know I say this all the time. So today I'm offering you a little further guidance on just how to prepare your home for sale. If you click the link in the description below, you can download my DIY home staging guide to help sell your home quickly. And my 3rd tip is hire an agent who understands the data in your specific neighborhood. That's what I mean by hyperlocal, you guys. A good agent can guide you through the proper pricing and preparing for your listing in your specific location. If you want more personalized advice for your situation, or you want to understand how these trends affect your personal house, your neighborhood, reach out anytime by booking a free consultation on my website. I'm always here to help you make confident, informed, data-driven decisions. That's all I've got for you this week. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. Bye.